All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining again. And we're going to continue our series on WIRESHARK. And today it's going to be hands-on. Everyone is going to share what they have done so far, and we're going to look at it together to see what we need to do to make our reports better, and also to be able to see what we need to focus on when we're analyzing data packets. So Kemi is going to show us what she has done so far, and we are going to take the question from the exercise one after the other to resolve it during this session. So if you open the pickup file, yes, if you go to file, open.
So I've already downloaded it into a file, a folder that I call cybersecurity training.
Yeah, that's
Now you
good.
told us that we should just download and open. So it's already in that folder. That's where I keep all my training.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's a good practice.
Going to open it now.
Open it, yes.
So this is it.
Oh, very good. So if you are given a pickup file, or if it's anyone that you captured yourself and you save, this is how you're going to open it. So once it is open, you're just staring at so many information, you don't even know where to start. And I gave an example that it depends on what you want to look at. You might be asked, or maybe not asked, and you might think, oh, I want to check for HTTP traffic because by default, HTTP traffic on port 80 are not secured. So any web page or any website that is HTTP is not a secured site. So if any source IP on your network has visited such sites or such domains, you must start first looking at it that, okay, let me start from there. That's one angle. Another angle is you can decide to start by checking. I talked about looking at some of the tabs that will be very useful for us during this analysis, and I mentioned the statistics tab, if you remember. If you click on the statistics tab,
yes.
Just go to the statistics tab. Yes.
Capture file properties.
Yeah, there is resolved address, protocol hierarchy, there's conversation.
Okay.
You know, you can just start from there.
Okay.
This will give you like the information about the, okay, if you look at resolve addresses, just click on it. Let's see what's there. Just take a look. If you find anything, with time,
I think it's talking about this.
Yeah, just look through
the name of each of the address.
The address, yeah. So if this is not what exactly you're looking for, you can just go back. But usually you can swap in between conversations and endpoints or the protocol hierarchy. So let's go to any one of those. You close this one.
It's a protocol hierarchy.
Protocol hierarchy, yeah, very good. If you look at the protocol hierarchy, so this way you can see IPv, and that's where we usually have our IP address. You can see the TCP protocol, you can see the HTTP protocol as well, things like that. So in this section, you can start looking at the percentage of each packet that each protocol shared or transmitted between each other. If you scroll down to the other end, let's just see what we have there. The bottom scroll. Yeah. So by looking at all this information, sometimes you may not really like figure out what you want to do for, but just look and see if anything catch your attention. It could be in the term of, let's say, you discover like, why is there a particular hike in the number of data, like let's say like the bytes that was shared in this particular domain, you understand? Then you can start suspecting like, oh, maybe something is wrong, you understand? So let's close this one. Let's look at the next one. This one is a protocol hierarchy. Let's look at conversation. All of them have similar information they will give you, but it now depends on how simplified or how well structured you think the one you want to use. Most of the time, I swap in between the hierarchy protocol and this conversation. This conversation is actually very, very easy to follow. If you look at it right now, it has like put it in different tabs for us to see for Ethernet, IPv4, IPv6, TCP, and UDP. So because we're looking at IP addresses right now, we are looking at the source IP or destination. So if you click on the IPv4, that's what we're using right now, IPv4. You can see address A, B, that the A is the source, the B is the destination. You can see the number of packets, the amount in bytes, stream ID, just like identification number of the stream. It says from packets A to B. This is what was shared, 105, the bytes from A to B. This one gives us like a breakdown, you understand? So you can start looking at this angle and to say, okay, let me look at the source IP address. That's the first one. Or you can even start by, if you click at the top of one of the tabs, let's look at the one that says packets. Let's sort it out. Just click on that packet, that name, the packet itself. Let's sort it ascending order or descending order. That's descending. Click on it again. Click on it again. Let's sort it. Okay, good.
That's done.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So if you scroll to the left so that we can see the source IP address and IP address properly. Scroll, yeah, that way. Thank you.
Okay.
So right now you can see the one that have, okay, I think you've done it again. If you click on it again, we have it in descending order now, ascending order. The packet, yeah, just click on it one more time. Yeah, good. So this is the number of packets. You can start from here. If you look at that one that says 9,608, you can start from there by, it's suspicious. Like you can just think of it like, okay, why is this IP address sending this number of packets to this particular? And if you look at the next row or the next field, this same IP address is communicating with another IP address, sending like 5,000. If you look at the same IP address again, if you look at it, it's just telling you how the number of packets are. So you can start your investigation from there because you felt like compared to the least amount of packet that was sent to other IP address like 235, why is this one 9,680? You understand? Why is this one 5,452, start from there. So let's take the first one, the one that have 9,000. Just right click on the row. Anywhere on the row, just right click on it. And now we are going to apply it as a filter. Apply it as a filter. And it will click on select.
Selected.
Yes, selected. And right now you have options. No, not yet. Right now you have different options. It says if you see that that sign, it says A to B, that means all data transfer between A and B. That is like both ways, either B to A, A to B, yeah, things like that. The next one says just A to B. You understand? Not this time around. So you can choose from A to B, or you can choose A to B. Okay, let's choose the second one, A to B. Let's just see from A to B. That one, yes. So go back to the analysis. Not this one. If you just go back, Don't close it yet.
Okay.
No, don't close it. Yes, this one.
This is it.
Yeah, it has applied the filter. If you look at the top, it has applied the filter. So right now you can see we are not having like that volume of data packets again, you understand, compared to the one we had before. If you look at the bottom of the screen, initially it was 21,267 and it has filtered it to 4,003. So that's the way you can start narrowing down your search by focusing on what is important. You get it? So right now, based on the volume of data packet that was sent between source IP address and the destination IP address. That means our source IP address in this case, because we are focusing on the high volume of data packets sent, it's going to be this 10.2.8.1, while the destination will be based on our analysis.
185.
You get it?
Yeah.
Is it clear up to that point?
So it should be 185 to 100 to 65 to 29. It's clear.
It's very clear, yeah. So from the question we have, if I can just, let me just see if I can open it on my own.
It said, what's the IP source address? I think I can remember some questions.
Okay,
the first
IP
one
source
is what
and
is
the
the
destination,
IP
yeah.
source address? Yes.
And it also asks for the
Then I asked about the
MAC address.
MAC address.
Okay, good. So right now it says the MAC address of the destination address. So if you look at, click on any one of them, go to the bottom and where we have Ethernet, internet protocol or the Ethernet.
Yes.
So you've clicked on one of it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go there. Go to.
So this is it.
Yeah, that's the MAC for the destination. Very good. That's how you just go in there. And once you hear MAC address, like I said, all this OSI model, all these protocols, you don't have to like cram everything, but the basics, you understand, you just have to know it. Anything MAC address, you know it should be in this layer or on the OSI model. So it will help you to know where to search. And with time, the more you work on all this, the more you practice, it will be easy for you to know exactly what you are looking for, instead of just going around all the data confused and not knowing what to look at. So once you know exactly what you're looking for, just apply the filter, look for what you want to do, and there'll always be room for improvements, you understand? But don't just get overwhelmed with all the data. Know what you want to look for. Just go there, extract the information you want, and just keep going. So that's the MAC address for the destination. If you were asked for the MAC address of the source, it would have been the other one. So we'll put it there. And the next question is that you should sort out the DNS. Let me just bring out the PDF.
The DNS. How many files, how many traffic is there of DNS, and what kind of filter do we use?
Okay, just a minute. I'll bring it out now. So I'll get the. Okay. It says find all the DNS traffic. What filter did you apply? So if you close the filter, the current filter we have right now, close it and type your DNS, because now you want to filter all the DNS. Yeah, filter, put it there. Yes, and search. So these are all the DNS protocol on this particular pickup file. If you look at it displayed at the bottom, it says 132. So in your investigation, do the screenshot, add it to your reports. Except if you are being asked anything further about it, but they're just asking you just to know your knowledge about the use of the pickup as a beginner. Show the screenshot to say, okay, this is how I filtered out all the DNS traffic. And with the screenshots, we can see that it's 132. You can add it to your report as well. Out of 21,267 packets, 132 were DNS traffic, just to make your reports very robust and detailed. So that's about it. The filter that was used was DNS, and I have the screenshot to show what I've done. And this is the number of packets that is represented for DNS traffic. I hope it's clear to that point. Chinonso, are you following? Any question?
Yeah, I'm following. I mean, I would need to watch the video then realize, because I kind of have a little bit of, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get it. Okay, so let's proceed. So the next question is, find all the HTTP traffic and what filter did you apply? It's just to test our knowledge of knowing the right filter to use. HTTP. Yeah, so if you look at the bottom, we have 605 traffic, HTTP traffic, and this is the filter we used. This one is very clear.
So why is it making TCP?
Exactly, that's my question.
Yeah, because sometimes it will have elements of HTTP. Consider it, so it will pull out some other ones as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it could also have a mix of UDP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's found in the info section, you to pull it out. Yeah. But if you want to investigate further, it's just going to be the ones on port 80. Yeah. So HTTP, that's the filter to filter out the HTTP traffic. And that's just to answer the question. Depending on what you're asked to do, some questions can ask you to go deeper, investigate some other things, which we might look into it later on. We still have more time to read. So let's go. Next question. These are just to warm you up and see how the next question says, what filter will you apply if you want to filter packets from only this IP address? The IP address is 173.223.201.150. So this one is testing your knowledge about what filter to use if you want to filter traffic just from one particular IP address. And that's what you've put inside the display filter. The filter is ip.addr equal, then you put the IP address. So it's just going to show you all the traffic from this particular IP address, if the IP address is acting as the source or the destination. So it's going to put the two together because it can act as the source asking for information from the destination, and it can also be the destination like two ways. So these are all the traffic from this particular IP address, 789. So that's the filter you are going to use. You don't need to cram all this filter. And I also explained something the last time. If there's any filter you always use, for example, like that HTTP, you can go to the right-hand side, close to where your cursor is right at the moment, click on the plus icon and save it. You can save it, yeah. But don't save, because this one is just for this particular one. So in case you want to use it for, so let's say for the HTTP, just type HTTP or DNS. Yeah, exit. So HTTP DNS. Okay.
Come here.
No, run it first. Yes. Okay, so if you go to the plus, yeah, you can add as many filters as possible. Just save them there. So you can just give it a name, a label that will make you to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, just put a name.
Okay.
Put DNS filter. Or just put it on the label.
Okay.
Put it now and save it. Just click OK. So it will be saved there. So next time, when you're even bringing in another pickup file, you want to sort out DNS filter, just click on it. You can do the same for any of those filters, as many filters as possible. You can do that. All right. So the next question says, what is the window user account name? And what is the next one? That's the question. It says, what is the Windows host name? So because we are looking at this particular source IP address, that's the 10.28101. If you click on, yeah, just click on it. I know you asked me the question on the group. For Windows name and domain, for the Windows and the host, yeah, the Windows and the host.
For the Windows, I think it's desktop.
It's desktop, yeah, but yeah, that's desktop, exactly. But you know, it's because you can quickly identify it from the information. The information column is also very helpful sometimes. But imagine if you have like large volume of data, you can't be going through all the information to find, but it's actually very helpful for you to just quickly spot the Windows host or the username from that column. Very important. And even if you look at it, we've seen the host name there also, ascolimited.com. But for you to find it, you can use filter as well. Yeah. You can use that 𝐂𝐓 filter. There's another one, NBNS.
Okay, I use the NBNS, but what was given was not too satisfying.
Yeah, because sometimes you can try NBNS, and if it doesn't work, there are like 5 of them you can use. There's another one, 𝐂𝐓. So sometimes, yeah, try that one. Let's see. If it doesn't work, you use. Okay.
It was what was bringing.
Okay, go to the bottom there.
And I went to
that. Okay, just check. Let's check. Click on it. Go to queries.
Click. So additional, okay, queries.
Click on queries.
Yes, this was what I saw.
Okay, that's the.
So this.
Click on that desktop again. I think the arrow can still be expanded.
This one.
That arrow beside desktop, expand it. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yes, I've done that. I've done that.
Okay.
Type NB321, right?
Okay, let's see the additional records. If I'll find them. Just click on it. The arrow, anything there.
This is what
okay, so still talking. Okay, now we've gotten the Windows the Windows host. So let's check another filter. Like I said, there are a whole lot of them that if you don't find all the information you need in a particular one, you can look at the other filter. There's another one called 𝐂𝐓, 𝐂𝐓. Yeah, 𝐂𝐓. If you go back.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Search for it. Okay, so if you go to, let's go there. Check under the ASQ required. It should be somewhere. Let's just keep looking. Check the rec body. And usually you find it under something like CNAME or realm. Yeah, it's there. So that's the
CNAME.
Yeah, or realm.
I got it, but I've forgotten where I got it.
Yeah, you can also see it was under that info column, so you can see it there. But like I said, you may have like large volume of data. You can't just keep going through the info. But once you know the filter to use and what to search for, once you come to this part of the data that you're looking for. So it's either you find it under CNAME, under the realm, and sometimes you can check for that. Yeah, you see it there. There's another filter that you can use to SMBS. There's another one, SMBS. If you remove these cables and just put
Sorry, just to be clear, what exactly are we looking for? You said host name?
The host name and the Windows name. Yeah.
Of the, not of the destination, is it?
Of the source IP.
Source, okay.
Of the source IP.
Yeah. Because we started our investigation from the source. SMBS. Sorry, SMB. Yeah, SMB, sorry. Yeah.
SMB.
SMB, either SMB or SMB2. Check the SMB first.
Okay.
Sometimes you can find something there. Just check.
Okay.
Like I said, check the header. Maybe it's there. So some of them you can find it there. And if you don't find so, but most of the time, just check under cables and that's NBNS. Yeah. But we've gotten what we want. Yeah. So there are lots of them. Lots of the protocol, depending on, some will work depending on maybe the information on the pickup as well. Yeah. So I think that one's about that one. So let me look at the next question. Okay, it says find and list any suspicious domain in the pickup. And it says, why do you find the domains suspicious? So that's now where we need to start thinking. Like I said, this question may not be like everyone's answer might differ depending on what you're looking at. It said find and list any suspicious domain. So we might have to go back to run our DNS filter to filter all the domains, and we'll start looking at each one. If you are looking at each one, what are you looking at? You can start looking at, okay, look at the names. You can decide to go to, there is where all your OSINT tools will come to place. You can decide, if you find any domain, you can decide to go outside and check, has this domain be flagged somewhere else for any malicious activity, or based on what you have seen even in the pickup, the data transfer between that particular domain and the IP address, how much data is being transferred, and what else do you think is happening, you understand? So you can start looking at it, and it may not just be one, it might be two, might be three. So just list it there and just give the reason. It might be that I just feel like there's too much of data transfer, which could be a case of maybe data exfiltration, or it could be a case of maybe anything you can come up with that made you to think, or that make you to think it's suspicious or it's spooky, you understand? So let's go and filter DNS. Okay, so filter the DNS now. Let's go to statistics. Let's see if we can find anything there. Let's check conversations first, or protocol hierarchy. Let's check protocol hierarchy first. Okay, we have DNS there. click on domain name, just click on, click on it. And let's apply it as a filter, right click, apply as a filter, select it. Okay, now we're back. If you look at it from the beginning as well, still that source IP address. Click on the domain name system where we have that query at the bottom there. And let's go to queries. Let's see if we find anything. Okay, click on that other one.
This?
Yeah, click on it. Let's see if there's something else there. Okay, another thing we can do, now we can also look at the information column. Let's just see, aside from 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐂𝐓 Limited, do we see any other DNS aside from, just look. Yeah, I think that one, no, I think it's still that .𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶olimited.com. That one, that person could be like still a user.
Okay. What are this?
Scroll down. Yes, that's one. You can see, there's one. So you can start looking at those ones. Let's go down if there's any. That one is still 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶olimited. You can just scroll down. Go down.
Config www.bing.com. Config
𝐬𝐎𝐍𝐶. You can see all those other. I think another way we can do, if you can go to file at the top. Let me see if we can find, go to file. Let's see. Go to export object, or let me see. Export objects. I'm trying to see. No, not that one. It should be. Let's see. Or go to edit. I think there's another way we can try to. Okay, I'll think about it. Let's just continue that info. I think there's one other way we could also find. So if we go through all this info section, look for other DNS, and from there we can pick one of it. Let's say, for example, you can decide to, like, the bing.com is just like, I think it's like a search engine or so. docs.google.com, if you think you find it suspicious, you can list it. But if you find any other URL or any other domain name, you can still go for that. Just keep on checking. You scroll down. I think I saw one, you can see that one looks spooky. So we can decide to pick that one, note it down. Just click on it. Come back to where you have it on the query at the bottom now. Exactly. So right click on it from there. The name, and apply as a filter. Let's see.
Is it the name that I should click on? All this?
Yeah, anyone is fine.
All this, please.
Yeah, you can click on that one as well. Anyone is fine.
Okay. I don't think it can do.
Selected.
Okay. Isn't it?
Okay. I think there's something else I want us to do. Click on it again. Right click, just hold on, let me see. Can you go to that copy? Let me see what is in copy. Copy value.
Yeah.
I think it's just
I'll go
going
to
to
virus
copy.
total.
Yeah, you can copy the value and just paste it in on your reports, but just take note of that name. And once you've gotten it, we can go to virus total. If you go to virus, let's just find out. Let's just investigate if there's anything about this. Yeah. And the destination IP address, is it that one? Okay. Let's just paste the name. Or IP void. Yeah. If you take away the type class, and just leave it as okay, search. Can you say something?
So
So
reported malicious.
someone say even reported it 7 days ago, and that picker file is from I think 2021 or so. So these are some of the ways you can, and by me looking at it, is hiding inside that. If we still look further, we'll still find some other sites. So you can pick some of those domain, just look through the info column. Any other domain that you just find, like even the name alone, what is Tomant, the name sounds, or even sounds somehow. Exactly. So look for more domain names.
Website.
Exactly. So come here, check for the details, check for any information that you think will be useful for your investigation. So that's how you can. Yeah.
So it's because the question is domain, that's why we use DNS.
DNS, exactly, because it says find and list any suspicious domain. So it may not just be one. And if you think that's the only one you want to talk about, and why do you find the domain suspicious? Already you investigated further on Virus Total, and it was still flagged like 7 days ago. Check the community comments, get some of the information that you can put there to say, this is why I find it suspicious. And the question also say, okay, what did you do to investigate if the domains or the domain, depending on if it's one you want to talk about, is malicious or not. So what you did, you investigated for that, you checked on your OSINT, exactly.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all these things, just put them together and write a simple report based on, it says exercise 2 says write an incident report based on this pickup analysis. It should contain in direct time what happened. So that's when your storytelling or your report writing skill will now come to place. Let's say source IP address with destination IP address.
Can I share what I wrote? So that maybe
you can share it, of course, yeah.
Okay.
So
that when I did it, what I did was I checked through the IP addresses that I saw, both the
of
source
course,
and the
yeah.
destination. So when I put it into the virus total, these are the two that I could get information at least out of the first 4 or 5 or thereabouts. So I wrote it and I said, what I saw there on virus total is that some detectives were communicating with the IP addresses. So that's why I find it.
Was there any further information about the files?
Yes, they analyze it, and even all those files about, like, they told us about the reporting, the report we used to see 4 over whatever that we used to see.
Yeah, all
That
those things you
analysis.
can put it there. You can add it to, so you won't just, your reports won't just be as, not as if it's going to be very simple, but you make it, you put more information there that will help in case they want to be like a resolution, they want to resolve it. The more information you put out there, the better it is for the incident responder to act on it. You understand?
Okay.
You can't just say, okay, some files were detected. What kind of files are they? So that if they find something similar, it's easy to say, okay, this same domain name is associated with another IP address. You know, they can work hand in hand with another IP address. So as much information that you can list that will make your report and to make the job of the incident responder to be very swift and, you understand, very efficient, you put it there. You understand? So, no, whatever that comes to your
What
mind
did
that
I
you think that is going to
I
be
can
helpful, don't withhold any information as long as you know that it's going to be good for the investigation you're doing. Just put it there. Like I said, there's no wrong or correct answer based on your own investigation. This is what you can deduce from the analysis. Chinonsotu is going to come up with our own based on our own analytical thinking skill as well, to understand. So let's say the packet capture analysis was done, given, dated, a total number of yes displayed within an average. Detailed information were found from. Okay, you have to list the IP address. Okay, you've put the detail. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Various files to use. Some domains were found suspicious because some detail were communicating version done. Okay. You scroll down. Okay. Just scroll down. Just go down. You can just put that desktop as just the MVG, so you can remove all those type BN and class IN.
okay. No, I
Yeah.
just wanted to I think I was just wanted to be sure
Yeah.
of what
So it says 6
well,
detectors file was found communicating. Yeah, that's very good. That's good to know. Yeah. Communicating with, while 8 detected files were found communicating. So recommendations would be to stop the communication. You can say probably isolate that IP address first, or you block other IP addresses that are communicating with it. Yes. And if there's anything that needs to be done, terminate suspicious process or network sections connected to the IP. And it will also be good to check if there are any files that has been downloaded at the back door that is not being seen or running at the background. So it will be good to run like probably a vulnerability scan to check if there's any, if there's any file that has been downloaded or probably been launched during that process. So those will be like some of the things you can highlight that they should look into. Can also suggest that there could be like more, you understand, like more security, like if there's anything wrong with the firewall that is allowing this or your unauthorized trafficking, they can check if there's any misconfiguration on the firewall or check if the IDS or the IP, if they are still, you understand, just to check that they are still very much active, you understand, to spot or to prevent any unauthorized traffic inside the network. Yeah, that's very good. Not bad for for the first exercise. You really tried. Well done. Well
thank
done.
you.
Chinonso, now it's time to ask question. So you can just look through again. Don't just limit it to this tomatdomain.com or whatever
Yeah,
the name is. Yeah, just
I'll
through
check
and
out. I will work on
through
it.
check. Don't just use virus total, just use other ones as well, so that you can have two comparison. There might be
Okay.
something that is not being mentioned on virus total that could be somewhere else. There is another one that I say wrong, Renok. Can you see that one again?
Yeah,
Quite a
yes.
lot of them. You'll find them there. Anything
Yes.
that, yeah, you can look at that one. So let's just take a look. You can look
Yes.
at it to find some. Just click on the name and just copy it. Copy the value. Yeah, this one as well. Yeah, you can see 6 days ago it was still reported.
Just 6. Come on, just go. Suspicious too. The first submission was 2017.
Wow, and they're still very much active.
I think this IP address is almost the same thing with that other one. Are the trackers. Community comments containing graph 1. Okay. So I'll check and update.
Yeah. So just check as many as you can lay your hands on. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done. So any question?
No.
There is another one I can see there again, satuseed.com. Can you see that one as well?
This one.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. A lot of them. There's another one. Yeah. Yeah, let's quickly take a look.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's even 13 days ago. Dr. Webb, it's a phishing, whatever. Bootnet, everything. 2021.
Yeah, it's for phishing and fraud.
Yeah, phishing and fraud.
If you scroll down, I want to check something. Like I saw something at the bottom. Let me see. I'm trying to see. It says, okay, content type application. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'll update. I'll update it. Another one.
Yeah, well done. So any question? Are you also?
Yeah, I'm following actually, but
You're following. Good.
yeah, you had mentioned something about if we have like a lot of files, just like what we have here. Like currently, yeah, 21,000. Like, do we have to? Is there a way to what's the
save
word I'm
it
trying
like?
to narrow it down? Like, well, you don't because you don't really know what you're looking for yet, so you don't know what filter to use. But something to just like maybe collapse it so that it's you have like smaller bits to look through.
Okay, in terms of like when you first open the file or
Yes, like how we are scrolling down now and we are seeing, say, for instance, like the yeah, like just
okay,
everything.
yeah, like that's why we have to like first identify which source IP address we are working with. So whatever you are doing, you are looking at the source IP address first. So with the source IP address, that's where you now apply your filter. Like in which scenario are you talking about? Like we have like lots of information. I really want to understand the question because like the DNS we're looking at, like, okay, let's use this
I
DNS.
think what she's saying is, no, now that the packet is about 21,267,
Yeah.
assuming we did not filter it with DNS, and we want to be scrolling down to 21,000, whatever,
Yeah,
to
that's
check
where you
market.
make use of filters. You
And
can't
so I
be
think
scrolling down
what
everything.
will inform the type of filter to use.
Exactly.
Yeah,
For
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
what will that? So that's
Yeah.
what she's asking.
You just have to use your filter. And once you use your filter, you go back to, you have to keep working with that same source IP address that you have chosen. So you look at the column, look at the information column first, the column on the info as well, depending on what you are looking for, so that you don't just keep scrolling down. You can, through the information column, even get what you want, or you can just go to the bottom where we check for those resolution, where we have currently that address resolution protocol. You can check there. Because sometimes I understand the data can be too much and it can be overwhelming, but once you know what you want to look for, just use your filter and just narrow down your search and search what you want to look for.
Okay.
I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, in part it did.
Sometimes some of the things you might be looking for, you might be looking for probably one IP address that is contacting many IP addresses. You know, we did the same for that source IP. We looked at how many IP address. From that filter, you can decide to select the one that will say A to any. You understand? A to A, that's the source IP address to any IP address. So once you now look at all the destination IP address, you can go there again, just search for I think it's conversations.
Conversation.
Yeah, I think we check conversations. Okay, check the IPv4. So if you look at, can sort the packets here in
Arrange it in descending order.
exactly. So if you right click on the first one,
What's the first one?
yeah,
Now apply as filter selected.
you can say A to any. So because right now you're not just saying to that particular B that is there to any, maybe A to any, or A to, if you can go down.
Okay.
No, the fourth one, I think. A to, yeah, that one, after that one. Yes, that
Which
one.
way?
No.
Okay.
A to any, the one
Where
at the
okay.
bottom. Yeah. So if you click on
Okay.
it.
This one is so it is a full duplex, whatever. Should I do it to on one side?
Yeah, you
One
can
side.
do that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on what you want to do.
Is that what I should do?
Yeah, you go to the filter. You
Apply.
don't see it there. No, go back to where we have the other screen. No, not this one. You can go out of this one.
Okay.
Exactly. So that
Will have
filter.
done it, Abby. Okay, I think he has done it.
I think it's just the source IP address that is there. Something. Okay, source IP address. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, it's the same one. So it's saying
Because
from
it's
this source, everything on this source IP address.
okay.
And if we look at the bottom, that packet, even though if you look at it, the number is still the same
I think I have not.
at the
Okay.
bottom.
After
Okay, I think it's still the
is
same.
this
So that means, yeah, it's still the same.
that's the main source IP address.
That means that you get it. That's the main source IP address. So that means the data that was captured based on the perspective of this source IP address. So if you want to look at it that you now want to start looking at, so you have to start thinking of, let me sort out or let me filter out HTTP traffic alone. Let me sort out the, what's it called? The secure traffic, that HTTPS, or you can use TLS or SSL. That is the, you understand? So that filters are very good. It will help you to narrow down your search. make use of the statistics,
the
menu bar, the statistics tab on the menu bar as well. Just sometimes what you're looking for may not be in a particular place, so you have to just keep looking for and look for the one that will really work for you in terms of being able to like get what you want to work on time instead of wasting time, because you have to look at time management, efficiency, working smart. You understand all those, not just staying glued to so many. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. By the time you start looking at some encrypted data and you start looking at how to decrypt the data, depending on, it can be very complex, you understand? But with this one we've done tonight, once you understand the basics and what you want to look out for in your analysis, then it becomes easier. And please, let's still learn more about networking, even in our own spare time. Let's understand some protocols, like all this port number that is associated with each protocol. Like port 80 is for HTTP, the unsecured one. DNS is port 53. 443 is for HTTPS, Let's know all those simple protocol and their corresponding port number, so that anywhere we see any question related to port number. And there's another thing that is also going to be very, very useful. Let me see if Kemi, you can stop sharing. I'll try to. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll share my screen. Just want to show you. Okay. This is my own screen right now. It's the same pickup file. Just this. So it's the same pickup file. So this DNS, I'll take it there. So sometimes there's a way you can customize your column as well. You understand? You can customize it, take out some things you don't want. You can do that through profile here. So you can choose between profiles. So this one is like the default. You can decide to add another profile. Let's say, for example, let's click on let's see, profile. Okay, to right click on it. It says new profile. You can give it a name, maybe my preferred profile. Let's just put it like that. And just click OK. So what we want to do now is we want to take out some, maybe you want to take out some things from this column and or you want to add some more to this column. And let's look at this time as well. You want to format the time properly, because right now it's not really showing us the time in the right format, I think. So let's go to, I think it's view, let me see. Okay, time display formats. You can see right now it's in seconds since first capture. It's giving us the time in seconds since first capture. Let's click on date and time of the day. You understand? Can you see now we've changed it? Let's go. There's something to say automatic. Let's put in seconds. And this way, it has given you the date, the time it was taken. The first packet was captured 15:58, 19 seconds. So that's that one. Another thing you can do, if you don't want to see this sequence number, I think it's good, but sometimes if you don't want to see it, if you think it's not useful for you, you can decide to say, I want to take it out, and you just remove this column. You can leave it if you want. And you can also add more column and more information that will help you to, let's say, for example, I think we can go to edit, we can go to this preferences and come to columns. And this is what we have at the moment. This is what we have at the moment. You can add more to it. So just click on this plus sign here. And here I can decide to say I want to put a source port. And the type, under the type, you can come here and choose ports. All the type are here. So usually you pick the one that is unresolved, the source port unresolved, and you just click on apply and OK. So it should be somewhere at the back here. I can bring it back and put it close to, go back to column. So I'll just put it close to the source. And this one, so I can decide to just name it source IP, so that it will be easy for you to remember what it is. You can change it from here. This one too, you can just say destination IP, just. You can do the same for, add another one and put destination. Source, and come here again, choose the type. All of them are here. Destination, port, unresolved. And just click apply. And let's move it close to this one. Just say OK. So they are here already. And you can see the port number is showing with each. So you don't even have to crack your brain. Let's align it to the left so that good. Okay. So you don't even have to crack your brain. You know, this DNS I mentioned the last time I spot 53, you understand? So this way, this one too can also help in your investigation. Like this length, I don't know if we really need it here. This length, I'm not sure it's doing anything. You can decide to remove it so that your workspace will be as clean as possible. That way you focus on what is more important, you understand? What is more important. So once you're done, if you think you still want to add any other thing, like, let me see, I think if we can do like host. There's one filter. I'm trying to remember the filter. If I remember, I'll put it there. You can also put it and add it as a column. It will show, let's say Kerberos. I'm trying to see if we can come through here and see if we can find, just hold on. Let's see. If there's a way we can add it like a column so that whatever thing we are looking for, we don't have to even come here and start looking for the. Okay, let me click on this one. Let me see. Okay. You know, I told you last time you can check under realm or CNAME. So the ASCO limited is here. Let's see if we can apply as a column. Yeah, let's see. Can you see? We've applied it as a column. So once you know your source IP address and you are looking for host name, the column is there already. You don't need to even go there and start looking for it. You get what I mean? So you can do that for your host name. So you can just go back to edit and just give it, and just rename it so that you know what it is. It's rem here, and just say maybe host name. So you can make use of your filter, apply it as column also, and make your workspace very. So it will also reduce the number of time that you are using on your analysis. So this profile is saved now as your preferred profile. So you can swap in between the profiles. If you're working on anyone, you can go back and you see we are back to the previous one. So once you have any profile that you think you've customized to your own preferred standard of that it's going to give you all the things you need, you understand? Just change to that profile, and that way it's going to make even your research or your analysis very fast and very efficient. So you have to just keep looking for things to do that will make your work very easy and very efficient, working smartly, identifying any process or anything that you can do to make your job very easy to do, you understand? So I think that's another thing I just want to point out to us. So let's just keep improving. It's not something that, of course, networking is very, very wide, and it's very, very wide. But bit by bit, once we understand the basics and we've stabilized on that one, then every other one will just be building on it. So yes, is it interesting? Any question?
I have a question, sir. I couldn't replicate what you did with respect to the time color. I don't know why mine is not working.
The time, okay, if you go to view, you go to time display
Do I need to
format.
click on anything first?
No, you don't need to click on anything.
Okay, view.
No, I've even removed the filter now. You don't need to click on anything. Just go to view, time display
format.
Then you click on the UTC date and time of the day.
And time of day.
And you choose seconds.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to do it from do I have to pick that first? Because when I did it, I just went to seconds, and for some reason it just did not.
You can pick it. I think it will allow you to take it one at a time. Yeah. Initially, it will be on automatic from captured file. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good because this way too, you can see when, I think the time that was in the other default one is not properly. Yeah.
So just a
this one
single number.
Yeah, this one will even help you to quickly look at the time and when the first packet was captured, things that will make your analysis very, very fast to carry out. So you can add columns. I think for the other one as well, what's it called? The Windows host as well. Can you remind me, what filter is it for that Windows host? Is it Kebrus as well? Did we use NSMB too?
Based on the information, we're able to find it. We didn't use any filter.
We didn't use, I think okay, I think, did we use let me just check that cables again. Sometimes you can use different. Okay, we checked based on the information. Okay, let me just take. Okay. Let me remove the filter then. And let's see if we can find it from. Did we filter any DNS? I think it wasn't as long as this. Okay. Let me just do
like 800 and something packet.
Or the HTTP. Yeah, just try. You can do it in your spare time. Just look for so I don't take much of your time tonight. This HTTP traffic too, you can, we're looking for domains that are suspicious. You can also look for something on HTTP. Just look at some of this information, like all this file. If you find any file, like I can see some of the files there like JPG. If you find any file that have any funny extension, those are some of the things you can also pick on, you understand? You're seeing most of them, PNG, so even if there's JPG, yeah, okay, there's an example here. Can you see this one? Is an executable file. So That means like something like a malicious, it could be, yeah, it could be like a malicious, yeah. So you can copy this file now, probably check it out as well. So there's really no like straight answer to what you can see, depending on how further you look. You understand? So if you find any file that is suspicious, like why would this file be here? You understand? Just look further. And I think there's one thing more I said I was going to try to see. Let me see under view. I think it should be file, export object. No. Export packet. If you also want to save it as a CSV, that if you want to analyze further in Excel, you can export this packet and do that. You can do it here. Okay, export object HTTP. Okay, yeah. This is another way you can also check out. You know, I mentioned something about port 80, which is HTTP, is not secured. So that's another way you can quickly, if you want to like do a quick investigation, quickly look at HTTP traffic. So what I did was let me just close it again. File, export object, and I clicked on HTTP. So it will show you. You can even find most of the host name here. Can you see them, Kevin and Chinos?
Yes.
You can see most of the host name. They are here. They are here. So you can see all of them. You can see, you can even come here and collect all the old DNS you're looking for. They are here. That's said.
The status is there.
Is there, and the Toma, whatever it's called, is there.
The mark is there.
Yeah. So see them. So you check under this content type. That is where you start looking at any file that could be suspicious as well. Look for anything that is not normal, anything that will have like .exe. We'll just take a look now. So let's quickly check. Content type. These ones are PNG and JPG. Let's just quickly take a look. I've sorted them out by the content type. We'll just quickly look. Okay. So we only have text, HTML, this one. And if you look at the file name, let's look at the file name. You can see them. Yeah, this one is suspicious. You can take a look. .bin. Just take a look. Yeah. Those are some of the ways that you can dig further. The more you look, the more you see. Not the less you see this time. The more you look, the more you see. So I hope tonight's session has been very helpful to clarify so many doubts you have since yesterday.
Yes. Very well.
Yeah, that's good. So any questions? So just flesh up your report, and once you're done, you can just send it. Take a look. So tomorrow, Tosin will be taking the phishing analysis. So let's look forward to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'll stop sharing. Any question? Yeah. If you have any question, if there's none, then we can call it a day. Call it a night.
Thank you. Okay. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can stop recording.